and it's in the UK server, and I will show you the 3 different ways that you could grow a 15 cropper the fastest. So this 15 cropper is at a decent level right now. I'm actually happy with it, and it's in the best spot I can think of. It's about 4.5 hours away from our respawn village with merchants, so it will take it 4.5 hours to send resources from A to B. But that's alright, because 4.5 hours is an alright number, because I've seen 7 or maybe 8 hours, which is very bad, and I do not like it to be 8 hours away. But players are just respawning right beside us. These are all our farms, so I already wiped all of them out, cleared them, took all the resources that they had, emptied them out, and then I made them into our farm. So these guys are all farms. You can see that we have Travian Plus, and we're raiding pretty much a lot of people. As much as troops we have, we just raid. So we have 100, and we try to raid our 14-14 for now, and then we'll think about maybe going further. But the players that I'm not raiding, like look at this guy, it's because he has beginner's protection. The moment his beginner's protection is over, I'm gonna empty him out, and then yeah, take his resources and then make him into a farm. This guy right here with 146 population is probably the highest one within my 14-14, so I might have to take this guy down when I get catapults. We already researched rams, so if I show you in our workshop, you will see that we have rams, but we're just trying to get catapults and then start wiping villages, crop blocking them, and then making them into a farm easy. So catapult needs about it's a workshop at level 10 and an academy at level 15, which is really hard, but we're gonna have to deal with that. The first way you could grow this village 15 cropper is to farm. So build croplands in the beginning, like make them to all level 2 or all level 1 or whatever makes you feel good about it, and then start making troops. It holds a lot of troops. You don't have to be worried about crops or anything else. It holds a lot of troops, and we're just raiding like crazy right now. It's not crazy, but we have to make it crazier, because if those guys are done with their beginner's protection, they're just going to be another farm, and we have to farm even more. So you have to at least have about, let's say, 50 to 100 farms at least to be able to grow it the fastest. But start from like little farms and then get more troops, build more farms, get more troops, and that's all you have to do. So that's one of the ways you farm, but in order to do that, you actually need a boost. So what I mean by that is you send a little bit of resources to your 15 cropper just to be able to build at least the barracks, and you're able to at least build 3 troops and then start from there, or build at least 10 troops and then start from there, and keep clearing every village and taking all the resources and all those stuff. So that's what we did. B is actually our capital, so I built the palace and then I made it our capital officially. So we have evasion on this village because we have twice the number of troops in village B than A. So within 5 days we got 120 clubs. We're farming like crazy, all croplands to level 4, and now we're just upgrading the granary, and then we will start upgrading the workshop and the academy just to get the catapults. So your first goal when you get your 15 cropper is to just make sure you get troops, make sure you start raiding. That's what you want to do first. Second, making it our capital doesn't really take that a lot of time. The max it will take is probably 3 hours, just to wait for the embassy to build, and then getting your main building to level 5, and then the palace, and then making it officially your capital. That doesn't take long. You should set a goal to making it their capital, but you don't have to really be worried about that. The most important goal is getting catapults. A 15 cropper without any catapults is basically a waste, because you want to clear every village. You want to make everyone that you see as a threat into a farm. That's what you want to do. You don't want anyone as a threat near you. I know you have to let some players grow, because when it's like in the mid server, you want to chief them, and that's alright, but make sure they're not better than you. Make sure you at least clear them every week. Just attack with your whole army, just wipe his troops, or maybe crop block his capital, and then leave the other villages alone, and don't farm them whatsoever. Let them grow. So that's one thing you could do, just to let other players grow a little bit, so you have time to chief them and all this good stuff. So the second way is, so the first way was you farm a lot. The second way is sending resources. I told you guys that gold club is amazing, and I'm saying it again. First of all, you get evasion, which is perfect. This is probably the only reason I like it. Second of all, you get farmers, which makes your life, I don't know how to tell you, it saves you hours and hours per day, because all you have to do is click on check all and then start raid. 2 clicks. if you didn't have gold club, or you didn't have the farm list and all those stuff, then you had to actually open the farms up and then go send troops and then pick the amount of troops, then go okay and whatever. It will take forever. But all you gotta do is like check all and then start raiding the last guys over here up front, so right here. So you just click on check all and then start raid, and everything works out well. So that's another thing. Farm list is amazing. The other thing, which is even more amazing and helps you a lot in mid server, and maybe your second village will help you, is trade routes. So you go to marketplace. You have to have gold club for this. So you go to marketplace, you go to trade routes, and what I did was my village A, my merchants will, this is a UK time as you can see right here, and I live in Canada. So I did some calculations, and 1,000 of these resources and 750 of these resources will be sent at a time, and after 4 hours it will be my 7 a.m. So 8 a.m., 7 a.m. around that. So when I get up in the morning, I have kind of like a full resources in my village B. Not exactly full, but something like this. I'd rather have something like this than not sending any resources to B and having, let's say, 1,000 of these. Obviously I'm gonna like this more because I'm able to build a lot more. So that's what happens, and I put another one for when I come back from school. So at 3 p.m. around 4 p.m. when I come back, then I still have the same amount, and it only takes 4 hours. So you just gotta do some calculations. If it's your own time zone, that's even better. So let's say you're playing on the US server or the UK server and you actually live in UK or US, then it's much easier for you. But for me, I did some calculations. It was alright. It didn't take that long, but you could easily get a lot of resources in your village when you sleep or when you're not online for about like 5 hours or a long time. And you have duels obviously, but when you get online, your duel's not online, and when you're online, you won't be able to do anything because all the resources are gone and you guys built a lot. So make sure you do that. And village A, all we're growing is basically every resource tile, because we want to get more resources in A and then push everything to B. That's what we're doing. This is the best way to do it. So that's another thing. The other thing is you NPC trade. So let's say getting full resources on the wheat, and then you have like 1,000 here. All you gotta do is NPC trade. And NPC trading is basically you need gold. That's kind of hard, but it's helpful in the mid server. Those are the 3 ways. So you farm a lot, you send resources from other villages, even if you're far, it still works. As I told you guys, use trade routes. The other thing is that you NPC trade. Those are the 3 main things that you could use. There are some other ones which are really minor, but they help too.